I think today, if there was a Sanhedrin of 71, do you think rabbis would actually follow the Torah to the T? Because I think a lot of the things in the Torah, a lot of liberal rabbis probably wouldn't accept. For example, I'll just give you one: the death penalty for being in the Skittle community. I
Uh,
genuinely don't think you could find 71 rabbis to give that death penalty.
so they do have discretion in terms of who they unalive. I mean, this whole notion that a court that puts someone like who unalive someone in 70 years is considered a bloody court. I don't believe that. Because then I think like the next page of the Gemara says that unaliving people would have been rampant, right? Like if you don't punish people who break laws and harm other people, you're actually against the victim and pro the aggressor. I know that I would have a problem snitching on someone from the Skittle community if I was convinced that that person had no choice in who they happen to be attracted to. Because I think that the Torah is specifically talking about what we saw in ancient Greece, which was gratuitous sex, not someone who just happens not to be attracted to a woman or someone from the opposite sex, or in the vast majority of cases is a victim of childhood trauma, which put him in such a predicament. So I think in such a case, the rabbis would be careful not to punish someone who was really innocent from a conscience perspective.
Well, couldn't you say the same thing about the young Palestinians who have sort of been traumatized by the propaganda they've been fed?
Oh, well, that also exists in Jewish law. I mean, the notion of a tinuk shenishba, that there's some people who are not liable, like for their actions, because they have the status of kidnapped children. In a court setting, I'm pretty sure they would take that into consideration. But the idea that in the middle of a conflict, in the middle of a war, they're going to put more Jewish lives in danger in order to save the children, let's say, of like Palestinians who essentially voted that government into existence, you know, it's hard to say.